I never wanted to be an actor actually, so I did give my entrance exam in the IIT. I did electronics, I got 98, which is the highest in India. Then I wanted to be in sports. I really didn't want to act, and in film especially. I did a bit of English theatre with Mr. Barry John in Delhi. I continued with theatre. Television became big in India. I went to get a house on rent. Instead, I got a role in Fauji. A year later, it became very popular, and I got a phone call. Somebody said, Hima Malini bol rahi. I said, you would like to do films? And I said, no, I'm not interested in films. I told my friends, I'm back in 1 year. I'm going to do 5 films, get over the sadness, and it's been 25 years. I'm still not gone back to Delhi. And I don't know if I'm a good actor or not, if I act well, if I do well or not. I truly believe the art is much more important than the artist.
What's the most challenging role you've done? Why? Can you talk a little bit about that?
It's always the next one. Yeah, it's never the one that I've done, because if I've done it, then it's over and done with. However badly I may have done it, but it's no longer a challenge. What I like to do is try and do films with a lot of visual effects in them. I have a small department of visual effects, and I want to enhance filmmaking in India. You know, technically, we can be at par with international cinema, especially Hollywood. For me, the toughest have been films which produce, actually, because people didn't think these are the films that will work, a film like Ahsoka, and they all flop miserably. As an actor, no role is difficult, because I don't have a method that I follow. Like I said, I wanted to be a sportsman. There are 3 things I really like. I like entertainment, I like children, and I like sports. These are 3 things that really turn me on. Nothing else, actually. I'm not much of a sightseer. I'm not much for travel. I'm very boring. I'm very, very boring. And I really wanted to play. I wanted to be a football player or a hockey player. And it sounds very pompous. When I couldn't become a player, I thought, let me just go ahead and buy a team instead. But just when you think things are going to go wrong, if you hold on to them, they kind of turn around. Just that last brink is always the most important one. You know, I don't think there is anything more important than education. And, you know, I'm very keen that my kids are very educated. And now with technology and this accessibility, there used to be a time, and still is, I'm sure, to specifically specialize in X, Y, Z. And, you know, you have to be a scientist, you have to be a doctor, you have to be an engineer. And those things are important. But I think the overall development happens when you can educate yourself in a more round way. And I think technology can help there. Just the fact, I'll be very honest, I'm sure everybody comes here and says that. I don't want to, I'm not saying it because I'm here, but I feel I don't need a teacher or a book since Google's been there. You know, I find myself so much more educated in the last few years because of Google. I've got a yearning for learning. I really do. I mean, and some of it, like, there's a church next to my house which says, whatever answers Google doesn't have, God has. And I think it's one of the nicest things. And if you guys can extend beyond the search engine. But, you know, just being able to give people more access to more subjects and topics, and make it fun, which you guys are. I mean, you know, that floor there only, so trying to step on those things was fantastic. I can spend the whole day there. I would never enter the office. But I think technology, and Google specifically today, can really help education go far and wide to areas, especially in India, because, you know, the internet is still not gone out. There are areas where schools can't be constructed. It's very important that the youngsters are educated if we want to change the country, because we have everything going for us if we are just educated a little more or have access to education. So I would request everyone who's working at Google, figure out something specific, because you're the intelligent ones and smart ones and the fun ones. Figure out some specific things for Indian education so that it reaches deep inside the heartland of India, because we need kids like you coming here and ruling the world.